Okay? Okay, now, do we need to take another 5-minute break or not? Can we go or what? Go? All right. Okay, Benny, my apologies, I need to stand corrected. You were captain of the wrestling team. We didn't want to leave that out there. All right. One thing I want to remind everybody that Sue's sitting right up here at the table here. Don't forget before you leave to let her know so she can give Terry Hills the heads up if you're going to come to the Sunday brunch tomorrow morning. So if you haven't talked to Sue about that, please remember to do that so they know who to anticipate coming up. All right? Okay. This time, we'd like to start off the senior banquet of 1959 at our 50th reunion in 2009. Thanks, Dwight. First of all, now you need to know, all participants, these are the real deals, no stand-ins, okay? These are the people who did, they're going to do tonight, what they did back there in 1959. So, starting off with Sidney Barzoo for the history of the class. Sidney?
All right.
Give Sidney a hand.
Thank you, Huffy. You know, at the time we were planning our senior banquet, the class of 1909 was planning their 50th reunion. This morning, as we were touring the old high school, Huffy and I were standing looking at the rock climbing wall, and he turns to me and he says, "Where are all those old people?" And the sad part was, it's us. Or the good part is us, I guess. And of course, we're not as old as those people were, are we? No. We're getting a little more vital and certainly much more. Well, you know, in the days when blackberries and apples were only fruit, remember those days? Certainly different today, right? Blue tooth probably meant a punch in the mouth. Computers were the size of a whole room, probably bigger than this. And all those kind of things. And, you know, we would go home for lunch. Or after school, we'd go home and to the smell of baked goods in the house. Our moms were home and making those kind of things, and it was kind of nice. Or we went to our friends' houses, and we were greeted by cookies or cakes or things like that. And those days are a little different. But the formal part is, and what I read in 1959, and if you want this verbatim, it is in the yearbook, it is in the website. And I want to thank Bev Norris for taking it verbatim from me back then, to put it in the yearbook. But as we look back, we have many memories. When we entered this freshman year, the fall of 1955, God, that was what? 214 years ago. And what else would you expect somebody from the land of Lincoln to say, right? And I guess I'm the only one from Illinois. We didn't give much thought to being seniors. We were freshmen, and it was great to be in high school at the time. Those were the good old days. And we weren't worried about college applications, job placement certifications. We went to jail dances. We could now attend many senior high activities. And voting for jail council, we elected Huffy as our first president.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, right. Barb Sandler, vice president. Bonnie Young as recording secretary. And Eddie Vellis as treasurer, and Gal Biddlecombe as corresponding secretary. I don't know what a corresponding secretary did back then. Did you know, Gal?
No.
No. But it was a great title, right? Our sophomore year, under the guidance of Miss Gary. You all remember Miss Gary, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sophomore Sister Week, voting for class officers and mayor, senior high activities made us feel an important part of senior high. As class officers, we elected Dick Reinholz, Sue Schrader as vice president, Elaine Osborne, and Muriel Tabor treasurer, and Andrea Gorecki, Gail Biddlecom, and Ed Whistle represented us on student council. I need another drink. We sponsored 2 dances that year, one after a football game and the other after a semi-formal dance, April showers in the spring. We contributed to AFS sponsor BHS first foreign exchange student. And we have our second foreign exchange student right here, Dr. Coons. You. We eagerly started our junior year in September of 1957. We sponsored our first campaign dance. Candidates held their rallies instead of nominating assemblies and campaign parties. And we were on the cusp of Women's Lib because we elected the first girl class president, Barb Sanborn. 50 years ahead of us. Sue Schrader was vice president. Gail Biddlecom was secretary, and Mary Jane Johnson treasurer. That was a revolution. It was a revolution. Talking about Women's Lib. They were about, what, 7 years ahead of the cusp with the Women's Lib movement of the 60s?
So we're getting stick!
We had Jeanette Wallace was on council, but to balance it off, Phil Archer and Jack Wolf. And the guys that how many of you were here that transferred to vocational school? No? Okay. But still remained active members of our class. In November, we heard the long-awaited announcement. Class rings are here! God, weren't we excited? How many of you still wear your high school class rings? How many of you still know where they are? This made us realize that we're well on our way to our senior year. This year, for the first time, we had National Honor Society candidates chosen in November. We once more contributed to the AFS and from our 4 elected students, Annie McWayne was chosen to represent our school that summer in Germany. Our most important social event was a dance at junior year, and Bob Sanborn and what's his name? Dick Reinholz, I think it was, were represented to Boys and Girls State, and Jerry Claflin was awarded the Harbor Club Prize. And then at last, fall of 1958, September, we became seniors. Jerry Claflin won the Harbor, I said that, didn't I? Our senior year, as part of Zazar Gokhan from Ankara, Turkey, joined our class and soon became an active and popular member, and I guess Paul's been in touch with her. Sorry she can't be here. Another autobiography, college applications, another autobiography. We had to fill those things out. Remember those long college applications? Student exams. What do we think we were? Einsteins? Well, who was it that brought up our class average that you mentioned before? Somebody mentioned Phil did. Yeah. Much to the dismay of most of us. Okay. Elections, campaign dance, and candidates for mayor, Dick and Phil, and we all know who won. Phil was elected, and of course our senior class president, and poor Paul didn't know what he was getting into. He thought it was for 1 year, he didn't realize it was for 50 plus. And Sue, again, for 50 plus. Gail Biddlecom was secretary, and Mary Jane Johnson treasurer. And our representatives were Zazar, Barb, Sanborn, Jeanette Wallace, and Jack Motes council. And of course our football team. Can't say enough about that, Dick. And all the members of that undefeated football team, please stand up. team probably could have competed with any team in the country that year. And that was a great tribute to that. Western Conference, our school play, Curtain Going Up, was a great success with many seniors in the cast. Chorister concert, college boards, and all the holiday festivals. And after holiday break, we returned to begin our study for midterm exams. After exams, we found ourselves caught up once more in a wonderful world of basketball games, dances, parties, and yes, homework, of course. Our senior banquet was in February, and the unforgettable theme, that old gang of mine, and we still are that old gang, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Student faculty game, the AFS trip to New York, and a couple of us were talking about that earlier and why we didn't go. And Bob Quinn, who's president of Foreign Affairs, or what was it called? World Affairs Club, said, well, why weren't you guys members? Because you were discriminating. Student faculty game, and then finally commencement. We had some distinguished class members, scholarship in sports. The DAR Good Citizenship Award went to Barb Sanborn. Judy Pressburg for homemaking, and Jerry Claflin the Marshall Lem Science Award, and 11 seniors received state scholarships. And this is how I finished. For helping us in so many ways, we will always be grateful to our counselor, Miss Geary. The amount of time and effort and the encouragement she gave to each one of us will long be remembered and appreciated. And how many of us did she tell we're not college material? But that was the formal history. Those were the kind of things that we could talk about in front of other teachers. The real history of our class, really the relationships we had with each other, the relationships that continued over the years, and certainly the relationships that have been renewed tonight, and certainly over 50 years, and that was really great. Things we couldn't talk about, the senior banquet, Paul Strojan and his famous signatures. How many of us would get Paul's signature on a piece of paper and be able to walk out of school at certain times? Pat Almore talking about how he worked for Stage Crew and the advantages because he had a bunch of already signed admits. Really got caught at the Dagwood. How many of you remember Jar and Jack Randall? I still have a dent in my head from him. And we were talking this morning about somebody that he put into a locker. Oh, good old Jack. How many of you remember Mr. Burns' back room, the physics teacher? How he'd walk back there and we thought he would take a little lip. And we had one more team that, Paul, you forgot to mention. That was the drinking team. And I think that was led by Gary Schrader and Ed Winslow. And many of us participated in that. And of course, then there was the card playing team, I guess, Gary Schrader and Ed Winslow. Many of us participating. And a lot of other things that we did. And, you know, we were looking out where they dug up and put the new gym this morning, and there was the old broad jump pit. And I wonder how many beer cans were found in that one thing. Because that was a great drinking spot. And, you know, the advantage of living in a 18-year-old drinking state meant we started drinking at 13. You know, it's great to be here tonight. It's great that you're all here. And let's continue this class history, and let's all have a great time. And let's keep in touch. And lastly, I want to thank Paul Huff for that great website that he gave us. And Paul has taken the registration out for 2 years, so there's another year after this. But I think we need to find a way to continue that website, whether Paul maintains it or not, and maybe contributions for an independent administrator at some point to take the pressure off of Paul. But right now, it's a great thing, and if you're not on the website, if you haven't put your profile on, please do, because it's a great way to look at each other and keep in contact with each other. And I think it's a lot of reason why some of us are here. Had it not been for that website, I'm not sure I would have been here tonight. But thank you very much.